You stand at the edge of Glacier Park, where the amber glow of dawn spills over the jagged peaks, igniting the sky like a painter's brush. Nature unfolds in all its glory. Majestic mountains tower in the distance, immense evergreens sway gently in the crisp morning breeze, and the scent of damp earth and wildflowers fills your lungs. It feels like the world is wrapped in a stillness so profound, so serene, a sacred peace that whispers of life. But as you breathe in that fresh mountain air, you feel a gnawing unease beneath your skin, an unsettling truth that creeps into your thoughts. Something is amiss. This paradise, a sanctuary for countless beings who roam its vast expanses, also harbors horrors hidden just out of sight. What you don't see are the heart-wrenching stories that play out in the shadows, a brutal world where illegal hunting and poaching thrive, a sinister reality that festers beneath the surface of beauty. The vibrant colors of the forest stand in stark contrast to the hidden darkness of human greed. Animals vanish silently into well-disguised traps, their anguished cries swallowed by the rustling leaves. Here, every rustle carries with it a haunting reminder of the disappearing innocence residing within these woods. A painful reminder that even the most idyllic of landscapes can harbor malice. As you walk deeper into the park, the deceptive tranquility wraps around you like an invisible cloak. The sunlight glimmers down in slivers between the branches, illuminating paths forged by the paws of animals that call this wilderness home. Yet, every crack in the twigs feels like a warning bell. Your heart races at the thought of creatures caught unaware, entangled in snares constructed with cold efficiency, traps waiting with bated breath, eager to claim their next victim. The very air holds its breath, charged with the sorrow of countless lives forever altered by the callous hands of poachers. You stumble, almost tripping over the remnants of a forgotten struggle. An old, rusted cage half buried in the underbrush, still clutching traces of coats long gone. A heaviness descends upon you, thickening the atmosphere as you kneel to inspect the device. You trace your fingers along its jagged edges, and in that moment, the realization hits you hard. Behind every piece of metal lies a story of desperation and fear. These traps, designed to ensnare wild hearts, shout their silent screams into the void. Echoes of lives extinguished, futures stolen, and families broken apart. The sorrow settles deep within your chest, and you glance around as if the trees themselves might weep alongside you. The laughter you hear soon pierces through the pensive silence like a thorn in your side. It's a guttural sound born not from joy, but from power, issuing from the crude camp nearby. You can picture the poachers, their crude demeanor, the way they think little of the lives they trample over as they exploit this breathtaking domain. Their invasion fills you with a sense of profound violation, stirring emotions you can hardly contain. Shadows of these men loom large in your mind, and you can feel the weight of their actions suffocating the very essence of this place. They exploit the sense of adventure and the beauty that draws countless visitors like yourself towards this sanctuary. The acrid smoke from their campfires fills the air, clashing painfully against the crisp scent of pine, reminding you of the destruction that lies in their wake. They see only dollar signs where you see lives thriving against all odds. Each line of their laughter rings out in stark contrast to the cries of the suffering animals, an unforgiving sound that haunts your every step. Hours seem to slip away as you wander, your heart heavy with the sorrow of stolen freedom. When night descends, a chilling stillness cloaks the woods. The cries of trapped animals pierce the calm, reverberating through the trees like a ghost seeking release. Every sound echoes a spell of foreboding, a relentless reminder of the fear and desperation riddling the forest. You feel urgency rising within you, a primal longing to do something, anything, to shatter this cruel cycle before it claims more of those fragile lives. Just when it seems the darkness will crush your spirit entirely, something stirs in the underbrush. You turn your head, heart pounding, pulse racing. There's movement, a flicker just beyond your field of vision. As if the muted whispers of hope have begun to awaken amid the despair, you step forward, eyes straining against the deepening gloom. Shadows entwined with branches peel away, revealing a powerful silhouette. The tremors of anticipation ripple through you, igniting a flicker of hope in your heart. In this desolate landscape, something remarkable is on the precipice of unfolding. A convergence of actions driven by instinct, a clash against despair. You witness a shift as energy builds in the air and the edges of your reality morph, stretching into something that defies your understanding. Amid the darkness, a guardian emerges, poised on a cliffside under the moonlit sky, ready to defy a fate woven from cruelty. And in that moment, you realize that within this hidden world, the fight for justice is no longer solely reserved for humanity. Nature, too, breeds heroes capable of confronting the dark underbelly of existence. You sense a tidal wave of emotion washing over you, and you stand on the threshold of an unimaginable confrontation. Something incredible is about to happen, and you are about to bear witness to the extraordinary. Who will rise to become the true savior in this battle? The majestic bear, or the humans caught in the drama of courage and compassion? You resolve to stay, drawn into this electrifying story where stakes have never been higher, and every heartbeat counts in the quest for freedom. As the shadows deepen, you remain transfixed, heart racing in your chest, aware that you're witnessing a pivotal moment. The silhouette shifts, powerful muscles coiling beneath thick fur, and it becomes clear. This is no ordinary encounter. It's the sacred clash of courage and cruelty. With every heartbeat, the impending confrontation looms larger, a tempest brewing beneath the stillness. Moving forward, the bear steps with purpose. There's a grace to its movements that belies its size, a pure embodiment of instinct and resolve. You can feel the silence deepen as it scans the surrounding forest, searching for the unseen threat. In the stillness, the tension crackles like electricity in the air, the serenity masking an undercurrent of danger that slithers beneath your skin. The poachers, those harbingers of despair, are waiting just beyond, cloaked in shadows. Their laughter ripples through the tranquility, a stark contrast to the silent cries of trapped animals echoing around them. You remember the minutes spent wandering deeper into the heart of the park, feeling the weight of sorrow settling within you. The desperation of those innocent creatures fills your thoughts. Angry shouts drown out their silent screams for help. Suddenly, a sharp cry reverberates through the woods, piercing the silence like a knife. It's a cry of terror, a tortured plea for release. Your stomach churns at the realization. It's the voice of a bird or a small mammal confined within the grips of a cruel trap, entangled in a web spun from human greed. You feel a primal sense of urgency rising within you, a desperate need to act, to break the chains that bind the innocent. In the distance, the flickering campfire cast a vile light on the poachers, villains of this narrative reveling in their illicit gains. Laughter drips from their lips, a sound dripping with malice. You feel anger bubbling within, aware of the immense violation taking place. These creatures, deserving of freedom, are held captive while the poachers seek to exploit their beauty. With your heart racing, you watch as the bear, steady in its resolve, approaches the periphery of the camp, weaving through the undergrowth like a shadow. The energy surrounding you shifts. A promise of something beautiful intersecting with the potential for chaos lies thick in the air. Time seems to slow as the bear inches closer, muscles taut with anticipation. You can hardly breathe. The moment feels charged, every creature around you quiet, as if the forest itself is holding its breath. The poachers remain unaware of the impending storm, their hubris a mask blinding them from the truth. At that instant, the bear bursts through the brush, a majestic figure emerging into the small clearing. fierce and resolute. A low growl rumbles from deep within its chest, mingling with the crackle of the fire, a sound of pure power. Years of survival etched into the very fiber of its being. The poachers freeze, disbelief etched across their faces. Then chaos erupts. The once calm night is suddenly filled with shouts and the rustle of terror. The bear stands tall and defiant, its presence commanding, fierce determination emanating from its every pore. The darkness is pushed back, challenge coursing through the bear's veins as it confronts the ones who have taken so much. Amid the frenzy, you witness the bear leap toward the closest snare. With one swipe of its powerful paw, the trap bursts open, freeing a small creature trapped inside. Hope radiates as you see it scurry into the safety of the woods, heart pounding in unison with the liberating instinct of the bear. One by one, the cages fall. Metallic clangs and frantic sounds mixing with the bear's liberating roars as freed creatures spill into night, moving toward what once felt unattainable. Freedom. The forest suddenly teems with life. You can feel the energy shift, the air vibrating with hope as the bear becomes a symbol of resistance and liberation in the face of human greed. As the poachers scramble, panic etched across their faces, you can hardly comprehend the power of this moment. This is the tipping point, a vivid reminder that nature, too, has champions that will rise against profound injustices. The line between predator and prey blurs as the bear's instinctual compassion collides with the cruelty of humanity. Every cry from the freed animals resonates like a song of freedom, a vibrant echo that intertwines with the very soul of the forest. The energy here feels like it could change everything. As you watch this extraordinary display unfold, something shifts deep within you. In that instant, you realize you're no longer just an observer. You're part of something far greater than yourself. The force of nature wears the guise of a bear, showcasing the undying spirit of survival, compassion, and an unyielding will to protect the vulnerable. You feel empowered, a witness to this extraordinary rescue, aware that hope and bravery are stitched into the very fabric of this wild world. This moment will stay with you, etched in your heart, a testament to what can happen when the guardians of the wild rise to confront the shadows. In the battle between darkness and light, courage will always seek a way to prevail. You know the story will continue, and with it, the fight for the future of countless lives. Today, nature reminds you that it will never yield. It will rise and fight for its own. Amid the chaos, the landscape unfurls in front of you like a vivid tableau, a surreal dance of liberation and defiance that seems to rewrite the fabric of this night. The bear moves with purpose, a sentinel of the wild that refuses to let the shadows devour what remains of innocence. In your chest, a fire ignites, a potent rush of awe mixed with something deeper, a profound understanding of the delicate balance that governs life within this wild expanse. Every frantic beat of hooves and paws resonates through the trees, a testament to the bond between the bear and the creatures it liberates. You breathe in the electric air, filled with the scent of pine and damp earth, as whispers of freedom echo in your heart. The bear stands at the forefront, muscles tense, eyes fierce, an embodiment of a life lived bravely, standing tall against the tide of cruelty. The poachers find themselves ensnared by their own panic, clumsily attempting to regain control. You watch as they scramble with their nets and snares, wild eyes darting back and forth, a futile effort to reclaim the chaos spiraling around them. They underestimated not only the bear, but the very nature they sought to exploit. No longer mere hunters, they are now the hunted, a reality that shifts the power dynamic in monumental ways. In a sudden surge of determination, the bear charges forward, a glorious, unyielding force, With one swift motion, it swipes a trap from the ground, sending it crashing into the brush, and the crack sound reverberates like a thunderclap. The poachers freeze, and for a heartbeat, time stretches thin, caught in the tension of the moment before reality implodes. And then, in an unexpected turn, the bear lunges, nudging aside a snared animal caught in the grips of despair. It frees a young fox, its eyes wide with fear, and you hold your breath. This moment feels sacred, raw with emotion. The fox scurries forward, hesitating only for a fraction of a second to look back at the bear before vanishing into the safety of the underbrush. Watching these acts of unexpected heroism fills your heart with warmth. The bear's intervention is not simply a reaction, it's a declaration, a symbolic act that cascades outwards, rippling through the forest. You realize the bear embodies something akin to solidarity, a fierce guardian, translating instinct into action. With each liberation that unfolds, the forest seems to awaken even more. Creatures once prisoners of their circumstances now emerge, a resilient tide of life crashing back into the landscape. An elk, liberated from a collision of iron bars, bolts into the night, joining a chorus of liberated voices harmonizing with the song of freedom. The shadows that have long cursed this land dissolve, if only temporarily, replaced by the resilience of life reclaiming its place. Yet whispers of unease still cling to the edges of your thoughts. You know that this battle, while a significant triumph, is merely one chapter in a much larger tale. A tale plagued by the shadows of human intervention that looms ever present. Will the poachers retreat, or will this moment merely ignite the flames of their anger and vengeance? As if reading your thoughts, the bear stops, eyes narrowing on the poachers who are beginning to regroup, anger coiling behind their features like a growing storm. You can see it in their stance. They are cornered, but not defeated. The drive for profit and the thrill of the hunt rejuvenate their resolve, and you sense the potential for violence looming in their eyes, a dangerous flicker threatening to extinguish the hope that has flickered alive in the forest. The realization weighs heavy on your mind. What will happen next? Will they strike back against this show of defiance? You feel a tidal wave of anxiety, heart pounding in your chest, knowing the balance of survival hangs by a fragile thread. The once peaceful sanctuary now breathes uncertainty, and every rustle of the wind carries the tension of 1,000 unspoken fears. You wish you could intervene, to anchor the sentiments swirling in the air, to tell the bear it doesn't have to stand alone, that you believe in the fight for justice. Just then, in a moment of clarity, you understand. The choices made here can echo beyond this encounter. Every act of bravery, every decision to protect what is vulnerable sends a powerful message resonating throughout the wild. As the poachers draw closer, weapons clutched tightly in hands trembling with rage, the bear stands resolute, unyielding. It recognizes that this battle extends beyond mere survival. It transcends the primal instinct. This is a stand against injustice, a powerful reminder that heroes exist in every corner of nature, embracing their roles as protectors of a realm that extends beyond themselves. Slowly, gathering your courage, you step forward, acknowledging the bear as your ally in this fight for truth. In that moment, a bond forms, an unspoken pact that goes beyond species, beyond words. You sense the bear standing slightly taller, a silent invitation to join the fight. Together, the two of you embody the spirit of resilience, a testament to the undeniable strength found in unity. The forest, now alive with energy, becomes an uncharted battlefield, a sacred place where instinct meets justice, where the darkness slinks back just for a moment as the forces of hope and courage collide. You stand by the bear, ready to face whatever challenges arise, compelled to protect the sanctity of this world against the shadows threatening to consume it. In this extraordinary moment, enveloped by the pulsing heart of the wild, you know that the journey is far from over. The rescue has transcended its parameters, and together you will rise to challenge a world hungry for change. The forest pulses around you, thick with the fragrance of earth and pine, every heartbeat echoing the urgency of this defining moment. You realize now, standing alongside the bear, that this battle extends far beyond yourself or the immediate threat of the poachers. It represents a fundamental struggle, a confrontation between light and darkness that reverberates through the very essence of nature, intertwining lives and destinies. The poachers, fists clenched and eyes wild with anger, are more than mere adversaries now. They are the embodiment of a destructive force that threatens the fragility of the ecosystem. A surge of resolve wells up within you, reaffirming that this struggle is not only for those who roam the forest, but for all who dwell within it. You sense the weight of responsibility resting on your shoulders, a bridge between worlds striving to exist in harmony, each side quietly urging you to protect what is sacred. As the poachers advance, the air thickens with tension, a cloak of uncertainty shrouding everything in its path. You watch the bear's stance, powerful yet calm, radiating confidence unshaken by the chaos around it. An instinctual wisdom seems to shimmer in its eyes, the understanding that while danger often lurks, courage can rewrite fate. The bear's resolve ignites something primal within, a fierce flame burning against the encroaching night. It dawns on you how this extraordinary encounter symbolizes a larger truth, one that transcends mere survival. It shines a light on the interconnectedness between humankind and nature, a reminder that the choices made today will resonate for generations, shaping the narrative that binds every heart to this world. Every life liberated in this moment sends ripples across the ages, a striking message of hope that undeniably begs to be heard. You recall the quiet suffering of the trapped animals, eyes wide, spirits dimmed, but now, instead of despair, you must channel their courage. With every liberated soul, they have sent their essence infiltrating the very soil of the forest, intertwined with the roots, the branches, the rustling leaves. This is a fight to reclaim what belongs to the wild. A fight to honor the sacred balance that underpins all life. In this potent realization, you find yourself stepping toward the bear once more, your heart synchronized with the everlasting rhythm of nature's heartbeat. Together, you whisper, though your words carry no weight in the wind. You take a breath, summoning your courage to share your presence, hoping that your resolve can meld with the bear's strength, forming a collective voice that speaks against violence and despair. The bear turns its head in your direction, eyes bright and knowing, an acknowledgement of your deeper intentions. You sense a tether form between the two of you, an understanding that reflects the fierce spirit of unity necessary for this fight. You've become part of a story, centuries in the making, destined to collide with forces of destruction. Around you, the forest seems to stand still, a witness to this growing convergence, a myriad of voices murmuring softly among the leaves. The whispers of wisdom echo as you consider the implications. This isn't just a battle for one night under a shroud of stars. This is an awakening, a rallying cry that reclaim the narrative from forces of greed and selfishness. Every heart in this sacred space, from the most powerful bear to the smallest sparrow, feeds into this movement. The poachers finally reach the edge of the clearing, their postures hesitant, betraying the uncertainty etched on their faces. They never anticipated a stand like this, a force greater than themselves. The bear, ignited by a fire to protect, lets out a low growl that resonates with authority, reverberating through the air like a clarion call. You feel the response of nature itself echoing back, the trees standing guard, echoes of solidarity swelling within the silence that moments before seemed so frail. It's then that it strikes you. The essence of protection goes beyond offense. Every capture once seen as profitable is now reframed. You understand that the struggle against poaching is not only a fight against those who exploit the wild, but also a commitment to amplifying that very existence. The joy beaming through the eyes of a creature once caged. And as crackling heat of the confrontation dissipates around you, you hear the distant calls of nature, a serenade of freedom rising, harmonizing voices strong with purpose. Senses sharpen and every sound, the rustling leaves, the wind's caress, the bear's deep growl, becomes part of a unified wildlife orchestra. You feel every heartbeat, every breath, each a testament to the interconnected dance of life thriving beneath the moonlight. In this charged moment, you gather your resolve and feel it spill over like a waterfall cascading through the wilderness, determined, unyielding. The invisible thread binding you to the bear strengthens, a woven tapestry of hope illuminating the darkness threatening to overshadow this sacred land. What follows next transcends the petty clashes of human ambition. It becomes a visceral battle, threads woven with intent, entangled with fate. The poachers, now confronted with your collective power, hesitate. In that thin space between heartbeats where light meets shadow, inspiration takes root. As the forest breathes through you, igniting both your desire to protect and your spirit to rise, you understand this moment is a reminder that nature will endure, evolve, and fight back. The wild knows how to reclaim its voice, to instill courage in the hearts of its defenders. This moment will live on in the legacy of the wild, a pulse that reverberates through time. Together, with the bear by your side, you choose to stand against the oncoming storm, forging a path defended by hope, propelled by an unbreakable bond. The journey toward restoration, justice, and freedom for all. The confrontation between hope and greed simmers before you, amplified by the heavy silence of the forest. With every beat of your heart, the stakes skyrocket. The poachers, weapons clutched tightly, stare back with uncertainty as the bear stands resolute beside you. This isn't merely a clash of intentions, it's a turning point in an ongoing struggle, ingrained in the very essence of the wild. You draw upon the energy swirling around you, the bear, the gathered spirits of liberated creatures, and the whispers of the wind that dance through the trees. It all converges into a singular, powerful moment, a reminder that the fight against exploitation transcends individual lives. You take a deep breath and step forward, feeling the earth beneath your feet almost pulsing with possibility. You don't own these creatures. You call out to the poachers, your voice steady and sure, cutting through the tension like a knife. Their lives belong to the wild, and they deserve freedom. Your words ring out into the stillness, and for a heartbeat, the air around you vibrates with a newfound energy. The poachers glance at one another, uncertainty flickering in their eyes. Something in your message lands. They are faced with a force they never anticipated. You feel the bear shift beside you, its presence affirming your boldness, the unspoken bond between you growing stronger as the forest watches in silent anticipation. As their weapons lower slightly, a glimmer of understanding begins to permeate the air. The wild creatures, liberated from their cages, seem to respond as one. Their distant calls harmonize in a wave of solidarity. No longer are they simply victims, they are participants in a larger narrative, their cries rising as testaments to resilience and strength. The poachers' resolve visibly falters, their insatiable greed colliding with the unexpected depth of connection unfolding in front of them. Within this fragile space between light and shadow, hope blossoms, a flicker of possibility lighting up the darkness. You share that moment with the bear, your unshakable ally in this fight, both of you standing as guardians of this sacred place, drawing courage from the very wilderness that surrounds you. You realize this moment is more than just a confrontation. It is the beginning of a movement. The forest possesses a wisdom that transcends language. Every rustle in the leaves, every breath against the wind, speaks to the urgency of coexistence. It's a call for humanity to embrace its role, not as conquerors, but as stewards of the land, nurturers rather than destroyers. As the energy shifts, the poachers take a step back, their bravado waning. The night air crackles with electric anticipation, and you know this moment could change everything. You and the bear stand resolutely, embodying the spirit of unity, reminding everyone present that the fight is not fueled merely by passion, but by love for lives intertwined within this breathtaking tapestry of nature. In a profound silence, the clarity of purpose resonates within you. This moment, born from courage, will ripple through time, igniting sparks of change that will touch lives far beyond this night. The future of the wild hinges on decisions made today, a responsibility that weighs heavily but also inspires resilience. The poacher's fear turns to hesitation, their desires challenged by the sheer force of connection unfolding before them. You witness the bravery echoing through the forest, each heartbeat echoing against the cacophony of greed that threatened to swallow these lives whole. As the bear stands tall beside you, emitting a low growl that reverberates through the ground, something within each person shifts. You all become a part of this moment, a collective charge against ignorance and destruction. The bear knows what must be done. It embodies a fierce spirit that will never bow to cruelty. And as the melody of the forest rises, you vow that its song will not be silenced. With a final shared glance between you and the bear, you take a step further into the light, a symbolic gesture of defiance against the looming darkness of exploitation. You step between the poachers and the livelihoods at stake, embodying the courage of the creatures who once felt helpless. The forest swells with harmonized breaths, wildlife responding to this visceral charge. What resonates within this stillness is a story waiting to unfold. A commitment forged beneath the blanket of night, a promise to reclaim the sanctity of this world. Each action taken here will send ripples throughout history, redefining humanity's role amidst the pulse of life. Together, with new understanding, you anchor this moment in your heart, knowing that while tonight may prevail, the battle will extend far beyond this twilight hour. This is a new legacy being written, a narrative interwoven with the courage found within the wild. As you walk away from the clearing alongside your steadfast guardian, the echoes of this night cling to the wind, carrying the message forward. You understand that the wild will always rise, an unyielding testament to its spirit. Hope and courage have forged a path toward restoration, and you no longer feel alone in this fight. The bond woven here becomes a part of you, compelling you to protect the sanctuary you all share. Together, this moment becomes a part of a greater truth, reminding you that nature's voice will forever resonate through the generations to come, calling on all living beings to unite in a chorus of change. In the wake of the confrontation, the forest seems to breathe anew, the air crisp and alive with possibility. The weight of the moment lingers in your chest, every sound, chirping crickets, rustling leaves, harmonizing into a symphony of resilience. You walk alongside the bear, a kinship born from this shared battle, weaving its way into the very fabric of your being. Each step forward resonates with an understanding deeper than mere survival. It is a commitment to nurture life. As dawn approaches, streaks of light filter through the canopy, illuminating the path ahead. The world feels transformed, yet the reverberations of the night's events remain palpable. You find solace in knowing that your consciousness has shifted, ignited by purpose. It is a sacred calling that extends beyond the confines of the moment. It's a realization that the fight for justice among the creatures of this world is a fight for your own humanity. You glance up at the bear, its powerful silhouette now softened in the early light. There's an ancient wisdom in its gaze, one that speaks of struggles past, embracing a future that leans toward harmony rather than conflict. Silently, you share your thoughts, acknowledging the streets paved by countless defenders of the wild, those who fought for freedom long before you arrived on this scene. This is a continuation of their legacy, a pledge to uplift the spirits of the earth, its garments woven from the very essence of life. The forest stands as your witness, a temple anchored in silence, every creature interconnected in a delicate balance that deserves protection. Every liberated animal becomes a reminder of what was at stake, a pulse in the heart of nature's tapestry. As you venture further, memories of the terrified animals filled with longing for home cling to your mind. You know you must invest in creating awareness, a dissemination of the truth that echoes as strongly as the forests you now traverse. Conservation isn't just a word, it requires action, a concerted effort to heal and protect. Realizing this, you commit to sharing the story of the night, breathing life into the wild's voice, illuminating the gravity of unchecked ignorance. Each encounter reminds you how often humanity turns its back on the flickering lights of nature, choosing convenience over conscience. You let that realization burn bright within, fueling your determination to educate others, turning pain into passion, stories into sustenance for the soul. You arrive at a clearing where the remnants of captivity mar the earth beneath your feet. It bears scars from past transgressions, a visual reminder of the ongoing struggle encountered in the shadows. As you step in, the bear moves to your side, fierce and proud, an embodiment of the wild reclaiming a space once sullied by greed. Together, you survey the surroundings, recognizing the power that resonates from unity, a collaborative spirit woven from love, trust, and respect suffusing through the air. "We will ensure the world sees this," you whisper, the words spilling from you with quiet power. The bear turns its head toward you, a look of understanding passing between you. It knows the importance of sharing this story. It realizes that every voice rising in protest against injustice amplifies the call. What follows is a surge of determination, a palpable charge coursing through your veins as ideas begin to crystallize. It's not enough to stand against exploitation. You must create ripples that carry forward, calling on people, communities, and leaders to prioritize the sanctity of nature. You start to envision campaigns designed to evoke empathy, striking the chords of connection between people and their environment. But you know that words can only go so far. You begin to forge strategies aimed at rebuilding trust, a reconciliation not merely between humans and nature, but among people themselves, encouraging unity as allies in the fight that affects all beings. Conversations must emerge from this moment amid the scars of the past. Connections must flourish to inspire hope amongst the lives the wild has touched. Emboldened by this vision, you make a pledge to be an advocate, not merely for the bear's sanctuary or the freedom of every wilting spirit, but in pursuit of systemic change. Each life, whether a frightened deer or a wise owl, deserves a voice amplified through stories. Every triumph deserves to be shared as a testament to what can happen when creatures unite against adversity. As the sun rises higher, illuminating the landscape with golden hues, you know you must seek allies, a network of souls passionate about nature, ready to join you in this crusade. Together, armed with compassion, you can educate others about the sensitive ecosystem crying out for understanding and respect. You realize now the promise of the journey ahead. Your efforts are like the cascading waters of a river, shaping terrain with each ripple until the path carved by collective action leads to a future where harmony reigns. You wrap this resolve around your heart and carry it forward, knowing that the fight for the sanctity of life has only just begun. With the bear alongside you, a steadfast companion woven into the fabric of your story, you're filled with renewed purpose, like the breath of fresh air that wafts through the treetops. You are determined to rise in tandem with the wild, forging together into a world that honors every heartbeat, strengthening the intricate web of life that binds you all. Together, you say quietly to the bear with newfound conviction, "We will tell the world." And as the echo of your words lingers, you take the first steps into a future bursting with potential, the path ahead ripe with promise. You hear the whispers of the forest urging you on, and together you walk hand in paw, ready to embrace the journey toward a brighter tomorrow. As you press deeper into the forest, the sun begins to crest above the horizon, scattering golden light through the branches. Each beam feels like a sign of hope, invigorating your spirit and reminding you of the purpose you now embrace. The bear, walking beside you, embodies strength and loyalty, a steadfast companion rooted in the wild. Together, you are ready to forge a path forward. You envision a campaign called Voices of the Wild. It will amplify the stories of the forest's inhabitants, shedding light on their struggles and triumphs. You see gatherings where community members come together to learn, driven by a shared passion for the land. Each story shared can ignite empathy, inspiring people to respect and nurture the delicate balance of nature. With every voice that rises, a new narrative emerges, one where the wild and humankind coexist in harmony. But as your dreams of uniting the community solidify, a rustling in the thicket draws your attention. What emerges is a mother deer and her fawn, their eyes wide with curiosity tempered by caution. You hold your breath, captivated by their delicate beauty, and feel an instant connection, a reminder of why you fight for freedom. You lower yourself to the ground, reaching out with your heart. "You're safe," you whisper, your voice barely above a breath. The bear stands calm at your side, embodying safety and strength. The deer, sensing no threat, inch closer, hesitant yet curious. You marvel at this shared moment, realizing that it represents everything worth protecting. But the tranquility shatters as laughter echoes through the trees, distorted by the roar of engines approaching. The deer's posture shifts. Instinctively, they sense danger. Your heart races. You need to act swiftly to protect these vulnerable beings. "Stay close," you urge the bear, stepping out in front of the deer family. Your heart beats steadily as you turn to face the sound of approaching humans. "Please, they deserve to live without fear," you urge, voice strong yet filled with compassion. The laughter slows, curiosity glinting in their eyes as they take in the scene, the fierce bear beside you and the fragile deer watching wide-eyed. You take a deep breath, summoning your courage. These animals are not mere shadows in a forest, they are our companions on this earth, deserving of space and respect. You see minds begin to shift around you. You stress, "This land teaches us balance, respect, and harmony. When we disrupt the lives of others, we disrupt our own." The deer, emboldened by your presence, step a bit closer. You have the power to protect, to learn, to grow. You can choose to foster empathy instead of fear. Your voice rings louder now, filled with determination. Imagine a world where we live in concert with nature. We can thrive together. Let's not allow ignorance to extinguish what lives here today. In this moment, you challenge them to change. The energy in the clearing shifts as understanding breaks through, born from your heartfelt words and the presence of the bear. You sense a collective contemplation, a fleeting glimpse of a potential alliance. The laughter fades into an unexpected silence, inviting transformation. You step back slightly, allowing them room to digest this pivotal moment. With the bear standing at your side, you become a bridge between these worlds, urging every soul present to reevaluate their stance. As the mother deer looks up at you, a flicker of gratitude in her eyes reminds you of the real stakes involved. This is not just a fleeting interaction, it's an opportunity to promote a mindset shift, to inspire compassion that bends toward action. Together, you implore, we can weave a story that uplifts every heartbeat in the forest. You feel the weight of your mission settle deeper into your bones, fueling your hope. You want them to see this land as a vital part of their existence, a shared home rooted in the richness of diversity. With the whispers of the trees urging you on, you stare into the faces before you, seeing the flicker of awareness growing. Let's become custodians of this wild place. Together, we can reclaim the dialogue about conservation, make it rich and meaningful, standing in solidarity against neglect. As you look into their eyes, a connection forms, charged with potential and the promise of change. You know this moment is historic, the first step toward a future where you champion nature's rights alongside those who understand. As the stillness envelops you, the bond between you, the bear, and the deer deepens. The lives intertwined in this moment stand as testament to the collective action that can arise when compassion takes root. Today presents a challenge, but also reveals the beauty of possibility. Together, as guardians of the wild, you are poised to embrace the fight ahead, turning the tide of misunderstanding into enlightenment, a thriving environment supported by the very hands that once sought to disrupt it. Holding on to the vision of a harmonious future, you feel invigorated by the journey that waits ahead. The crescendo of nature's chorus fills your heart, a promise of union growing louder, a call to protect the sacred bond you share with every living being in this extraordinary tapestry of life. As you stand in this pivotal moment, the air thick with hope and determination, you feel the weight of your responsibility like a warm cloak. The forest around you feels alive, echoing with the whispers of those whose stories you aim to share. With the bear beside you, radiating strength and calm, you step forward, ready to seize this opportunity for change. Let's weave a story together, you say, your voice firm yet filled with warmth. A story that celebrates the heartbeat of the forest, one that reminds everyone why this land matters. You survey the group of humans, noting their eyes, once glimmering with casual amusement, now shifting toward you with earnest attention. A flicker of recognition dances across their faces, the realization that they have the power to protect this space. You take a breath, welcoming the pulse of energy that flows between you and the deer, now inching closer, emboldened by your conviction. Every creature here plays a crucial role, you continue, gesturing to the trees, the soil, the very air that cradles you all. Our survival depends on their thriving. If we disrupt this balance, we risk our existence too. The bear's low growl vibrates through the air, a signal of solidarity, grounding everyone in the importance of this moment. Your words resonate, and you lean into the flickering hope swirling about. We need to stand as custodians of this wild place, you urge, drawing energy from the forest. Together, we can reclaim the conversation about conservation, make it rich and impactful. Their expressions shift, rabid curiosity morphing into consideration as your message sinks in. A spark ignites. They are beginning to understand. Let's form a coalition, a pact dedicated to protecting this forest. We can raise awareness, educate ourselves and others, and advocate for the respect every creature deserves. At your call, the group breaks out in discussion, their voices bubbling with excitement and possibility. The thrill of collaboration hangs in the air as they share ideas, a web of connections forming right before your eyes. What if we hosted community cleanups? Someone suggests, their enthusiasm evident as they step into the spotlight. Another chimes in. We could partner with local schools to teach kids about wildlife. Each voice adds to the collective symphony of hope, each suggestion casting out seeds of compassion that will grow into something beautiful. You absorb the energy building around you, a delightful surge affirming that hearts are opening. Exactly. We can create pamphlets, launch social media campaigns, share our stories from this forest. We will inspire others to join our effort. The excitement buzzes like the wings of nearby birds, a chorus that beckons everyone to participate. The deer seem to mirror the growing energy, nuzzling closer to you, sensing the shift among the humans. A strong voice rises from the crowd. Let's organize a fundraiser to support wildlife sanctuaries and education programs. As the words spill forth, you feel the very fabric of the community weaving tighter, blossoming with purpose. Your heart swells at their commitment, keenly aware that this gathering represents a crucial shift. Today, a group once drawn to recreation now stands poised to fight for preservation. It's a moment where understanding pierces the fog of ignorance, illuminating the potential for change. You gather your courage, lifting your voice above the buzz. Let's make our first event be a day of the wild. A day where families can come and enjoy nature while learning about the importance of preserving it. Workshops, storytelling, games, make it engaging. The response is overwhelming. Excitement mixes with determination as ideas flow like a river. You see in their eyes the realization that they must be the stewards of this land. No longer mere spectators, they are champions stepping into the sunlight. As the sun rises higher in the sky, your faith in this coalition solidifies. With hands clasped and hearts joined, you feel unstoppable. Together, you are reshaping the narrative, crafting a future that reveres the wild and all its inhabitants. The mother deer takes a step forward, nostrils flaring as if sensing the newfound energy. You watch, entranced, as its gentle presence enhances the shared commitment, emphasizing the very essence of your mission: unite to protect and preserve. I invite you all to connect with the animals that share this land, to understand their struggles and triumphs. You declare, your voice resonating with passion. We can become the bridge, the voice for nature's chorus that longs to be heard. A chorus of agreements rises, hearts now undeniably tied to this call for action. You are moving toward the dream that sparked your journey, the vision of a harmonious relationship where every creature is valued. In this moment, you see the potential branches of your efforts stretching out like the arms of the ancient trees above. You know it will take hard work, dedication, and unity to nurture what you have started today. But as you look around, you see determination reflecting back at you. Now with the bear by your side, a fierce guardian ready to tread into battle alongside you, you step into the light of possibility. The rhythm of the forest harmonizes with the beat of your heart, a reminder of the sacred bond you are forging anew. With one final glance at the humans before you, you feel the weight of every creature's heartbeat wrapped around you, whispering promises of success, of growth, of futures intertwined. Together, you'll usher in a new era, one where silence is replaced with unity, where every living being thrives in the embrace of a compassionate world. As the day of the wild finally dawns, excitement buzzes through the air like the hum of bees among the blooming wildflowers. You can feel the heartbeat of the forest synchronize with the flurry of activity that surrounds you. The clearing, once a simple pathway through the woods, has transformed into a vibrant hub of creativity and connection. Banners swing above, proclaiming messages of unity, respect, and celebration for the wild. You stand at the center of it all, invigorated by the energy radiating from everyone. Children's laughter ripples through the trees, their tiny hands busy crafting colorful signs calling for wildlife protection. Adults gather in small groups, sharing ideas and experiences, weaving together the collective narrative of stewardship you've encouraged. Beside you, The bear stands strong and watchful, a symbol of all you have fought for, the gentle reminder of the wild spirit you aim to protect. As you take everything in, you reflect on how far this coalition has come, each face embodying the promise of a brighter future, a community willing to listen and act. "Thank you all for being here today," you call out as the crowd begins to gather in front of the makeshift stage under the canopy of towering trees. Your heart swells with gratitude as familiar faces turn toward you, curiosity lighting their eyes. Together, we can mark the beginning of something extraordinary. Light applause dances in the air, small but filled with promise. You continue, "Today is not just about celebrating the beauty of this forest, it's a call to action, a moment to connect with the stories of our fellow beings and to understand the struggles they face." As you speak, you know the stakes of your mission. Each word becomes a seed planted in the hearts of your listeners. You share anecdotes of the bear's bravery, recounting how it stood against poachers to defend its land and those in need. Your voice rises in passion, hitting the notes of urgency and hope. When we advocate for the wild, we advocate for ourselves. You watch the crowd absorb these connections, their expressions shifting from passive observers to engaged participants. They nod in understanding, hearts beating in time with the rhythm of nature's call. The day unfolds like a blossoming flower, filled with workshops educating visitors on wildlife preservation, guided hikes that reveal hidden wonders of the area, and stories shared around a warm fire as dusk descends. Children pull their parents toward activities with wide-eyed wonder, eager to connect with the wildlife they are learning to protect. Amid this celebratory atmosphere, an undercurrent of urgency remains. You remind the coalition during breaks. While we celebrate, remember, the threats to our forest and its inhabitants linger. Every story we share must compel us to protect what's at risk. Later, as evening sets in and the sun dips low, casting an enchanting glow through the leaves, you gather the group once more. The air tingles with anticipation. "Now, let's pledge to carry forward what we've learned today," you urge, "to become advocates for this forest, to stand united against injustice." Hands lift in the air, ready to commit to this collective responsibility. As people begin to chant, "We are the guardians," your heart swells with pride and determination. There's a crescendo of voices rising around you, pulsating with the promise of change. The bear, ever loyal, shifts slightly, its presence a reminder of the beauty you fight to protect. In this moment, you realize how incredibly powerful community can be. Together, you are transforming the narrative. Together, you are changing lives. As the day draws to a close, the forest seems alive with the resonance of collective hope. You watch as lanterns are lit, their soft glow illuminating faces filled with new purpose. With each flicker, it feels as if future generations are ushered into this movement, as flickers become flames. The connections forged here today are not ephemeral. They are threads woven into the very fabric of this land. Adults speak of forming safe spaces for wildlife, of organizing monthly cleanups, and educating others who come to explore. The sense of commitment echoes in the cool evening air. When night fully blankets the sky, you look around, feeling overcome by gratitude. The bear nudges you gently, urging you to take a moment to absorb the importance of this day. You savor the glow of the lanterns, the laughter still echoing in the trees, and the shared smiles among new friends. In this transformative space, you recognize that you were not merely a catalyst for change, but a part of its very heart. Together, everyone here has forged a promise, a pact to protect the wild and honor its stories. With a final glance at the vibrant group gathered, united under the moonlight, you feel a surge of hope. This bond, the commitment to protect the forest, is proof of what can be achieved when compassion takes root in open hearts. The future is now in their hands, as it has always been in the hands of humankind. Together, you will step boldly into this new chapter, ready to defend the wonders of the wild, ensuring that its soul continues to thrive in solidarity. As the lanterns flicker overhead, you know the journey is just beginning, but today marks a powerful promise, an awakening. Each heartbeat becomes a reminder that together you can create wonders in this beautiful tapestry called life. As dawn breaks, the serene forest awakens, stirring from its slumber with a symphony of chirping birds and rustling leaves. You stand at the edge of this transformed landscape, feeling no longer like a solitary observer, but a vital part of a larger story. The essence of the day of the wild still lingers in the air, thick with hope and commitment. You set off on a personal journey through familiar paths, your heart buoyed by the unity felt just days prior. Every step resonates with the energy from that gathering, a warm reminder of the collective promise to protect the wild. The mother deer and her fawn flicker in your thoughts, symbols of what you all aspire to guard. Determined to keep the momentum alive, you plan a gathering beneath the great oak tree, a centerpiece of your shared mission. It's where voices can rise and ideas can flow freely. As you reach the designated spot, you can see familiar faces coming together, the warmth of connection wrapping around you like a comforting blanket. Thank you all for being here. You begin, your voice steady but filled with excitement. Our bond to this land is stronger than ever, and it's time to take our commitment further. You can see intent glimmering in the eyes around you. There's a hunger for action. The group buzzes with energy as you present your vision for the coming months. Let's split into smaller groups focusing on key areas: wildlife education, habitat restoration, and community outreach. The crowd buzzes with anticipation, ideas swirling among them like the leaves in the wind. Someone in the back raises a hand. How about we host workshops in schools to teach kids about local wildlife? We could make it fun. Agreement washes over the crowd, and a wave of creativity rises from all corners. Another voice suggests a cleanup initiative to protect trails and streams. Ideas flow, sparking enthusiasm and collaboration. As the sun begins to set, casting a golden glow over the gathering, you sense a shift. The energy feels magnetic, a connected pulse beating strong among you all. We can also start a wildlife watch program, you propose, championing a project where volunteers observe and document wildlife activity. We'll see firsthand how our actions impact the animals we love. After the initial exhilaration, you can feel the weight of responsibility settle in. These commitments transcend mere words. They must ignite real change. With a resolve forged in the spirit of collaboration, the gathering pulses with promise, each person ready to embrace their role. As the sun dips lower, the fireflies make their entrance, dancing around the tree as if celebrating your shared resolve. Amidst the magical atmosphere, you remind everyone of the urgency present in protecting their beloved forest. Let's also not forget to keep our community informed about threats like poaching. The night rolls in, and you watch as lanterns are lit, their soft glow imbuing faces with newfound purpose. The stories of small victories emerge, how someone took time to educate their neighbor, or how kids cleaned up the parks. Each tale highlights the ripple effect of caring, reinforcing the bond shaped in that clearing. Days turn effortlessly into weeks, the threads of commitment weaving deeper connections. Weekend events become favorites, drawn together by collective energy. The Wildlife Watch shifts into full gear. Volunteers pour into the woods, hearts racing with excitement as they observe creatures previously unnoticed. A doe nursing her fawn, a hawk soaring high. But beneath the surface, you sense an undercurrent of unease. The reality of poaching still lingers, threatening not just those iconic creatures, but the entire ecosystem. One evening, while browsing local news, you discover alarming reports of illegal hunting near your area. The urgency weighs heavily on your heart. You call for a special meeting, anxious to gather your community around a serious matter. Together, we can't just act. We must also educate and protect. You emphasize, your voice unwavering. We've ignited a fire, but we cannot let it flicker out. A palpable tension fills the air as community members respond with a sense of urgency, brainstorming ways to combat poaching. Hands are raised, ideas exchanged, brochures, signs on trails, education initiatives aimed at awareness for everyone who visits. Let's make our love for this land contagious, you cheer, echoing the energy that sparked this entire movement. The initiatives unfold rapidly. You watch as enthusiasm blooms like the flowers of spring. Posters emerge. Community gatherings focusing on wildlife welfare become regular, and people venture into schools to share stories of the forest's beauty. This becomes a rallying cry for protection, an implicit reminder of how fragile life can be. Through it all, you walk the forest trails, rejuvenated by the sense of purpose in the air. The bear walks beside you, grounding your thoughts in a serene stillness. The connection between humans and the wild deepens daily, a reflection of mutual understanding flourishing in this sacred space. You realize profoundly, this journey is not just about protecting the land. It's about collectively reclaiming the stewardship that was always meant to be. You are part of this vibrant tapestry, woven from countless threads of care and commitment. As you reach the clearing, illuminated by evening light, you pause to breathe in the essence of the wild. Each moment spent in this embrace reinforces your belief that, while challenges exist, the hope cultivated within your community will carry your legacy forward. Together, you commit to ensuring this beautiful world continues to thrive, lighting the path for the future generations who will follow. The forest breathes with you, every heartbeat echoing the promise of a brighter tomorrow.